recording. Great. Let's start laying on our back, and we need our strap handy. And our blanket we won't need until towards the end, so just have that off to the side. And take your strap, just place it on your side so you have it. And let's just come into a posture that feels really restful to you, maybe with the knees bent and the feet on the floor. Your arms, let them just be maybe opened a little bit away from your body, and palms open or down, whatever feels good. Allow yourself to let bring your awareness to your body. And allow any tension or tightness to soften, to release. Maybe the back of the shoulders, the low back. Begin to bring your awareness to your breath. And allow your belly and your ribcage to expand with each in-breath. And with each out-breath, releasing, letting go. For these next few moments, centering on your breath, or if you become distracted, your mind wanders, come back to your breath. I have just a brief little reading from Thich Nhat Hanh's Peace is Every Step book. The chapter is called Thinking Less. While we practice conscious breathing, our thinking will slow down and we can give ourselves a real rest. Most of the time we think too much, and mindful breathing helps us to be calm, relaxed, and peaceful. It helps us to stop thinking so much and stop being possessed by the sorrows of the past or the worries of the future. It enables us to be in touch with life, which is wonderful in this present moment. So pick up your strap and let's place it onto the ball of the right foot. So right where the toes come into the foot, extend your leg up nice and straight and bring the leg enough away from you that as much as needed to lose the bend in your knee. So completely straight leg. Grab up high on the strap so your arms don't have to work at all, like they're extensions of the straps. And then once you find that, let the back of the shoulders drop down. Like there's no effort in the arms or the shoulders. Start to stretch the left leg out long on the mat if that feels okay. You can always keep the knee bent. And now bring a little bit of awareness to the left leg as you draw the left inner thigh down and draw the left heel away. So almost like you're standing on that left leg. And imagine that you're scissoring the legs away from each other. So as you press the left leg, as if you could press it down into the ground, draw the right leg towards your body just gently. Go slow. Bring it in just to the point where you feel your edge. You might have to reach your hands up higher up on your strap as you soften. Notice if you're gripping through your glutes. Let them go. Let the low back release. And keep that scissoring. So As much as you're drawing the right leg and like kind of pulling it back gently, press the left thigh down. Keep releasing through the glutes, through the shoulders. And then let's take both sides of the strap in your right hand. Press your left hip down as you slowly open your right leg, really slowly to the right, but only so far that your left hip does not come off the ground. So it might just go over a few inches. You might go slowly and be able to lower it a little bit at a time and keep that left hip down. So go as far over, and then keep that left leg pressing down for that stability. By doing that, you might find some more freedom in that right leg to open. And then as slowly as you went down, start to slowly come back up. Switch both sides of the strap into your left hand. Take your right arm out and now start to release the left leg as you take your leg across your body. Pause wherever you start to feel sensation, maybe halfway of your full range of motion. And then once you get there, truly release that left leg now. Let it be limp. And start to press through the right heel as you reach the right leg away. Rinsing, twisting through your spine. Start to bring the leg back up. Take the strap off and then extend your right leg long on the mat alongside your left. And just feel how much longer that right leg feels from the left. It's amazing. Oh, mine feels like it's an inch longer. And feel the back of the right leg compared to the back of the left leg. The right glute, the right buttock. Just in those couple of minutes. And let's even ourselves out. So take your left foot, take your knee in, take both sides of each side of the strap in each hand. Again, your arms are extensions of the strap. And now start to press that right thigh down. Release through the glutes, straighten completely through the left leg. And again, that scissoring idea, pressing, energizing through the right leg, even the right foot, pressing down. Drawing the left leg towards you, scissoring the legs away from each other. Softening through the low back and the glutes. Keep drawing the leg towards you, softening the back of the shoulders to the earth. This is a lot of hamstrings, but it also gets into the low back and the hips too. Pelvic area. We truly let go through there. Let the left leg just feel like it's releasing. One more breath here. Again, that energy in the right leg and that energy in the left leg, away, drawing away. And now take both sides of the strap in your left hand. Press your right hip down. Press that right leg down. Open slowly to the left. Go slow. Pause where you need to. End up where you need to be. 2 breaths. Start to bring the leg back up, switch your hands, and now relax the right leg, let it go limp. Slowly take your leg, go slow because you might miss a spot where it feels really good and getting into your IT band a little bit of hip tightness there. So go slow across the body until you end where it feels right for you. Then relax the right leg. Breathe long. Press through the left heel. Draw the left foot away from the hip, lengthening the leg. And start to come back onto your back. Place your strap off to the side. And now lengthen that left leg. See if it lines up better. Let's take the arms up overhead. Take a big long stretch. Look up to that sky or the ceiling. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Give them a good squeeze. Rock a little bit side to side. And then let's make our way to all fours. I love that stretch. All right, so cats and cows, just begin to sort of undulate through your spine. Let your pelvis move along for the ride. And then take your left hand, step it forward just a little bit. Open your right palm underneath you. Let's thread the needle. Right arm way underneath. Reach it over to the left and then sink back. Let the right side of your head rest. Reaching that right arm over as far as it'll go. Now release through the pelvic floor. Release through the glutes. Let your spine twist this way to the left. Give it that kind of ease. And then if you'd like, slide the left hand down so that you could see it in front of that right arm there. And add a little bit of pressure, pressing into that left hand. Just gently inviting a little bit more twist. And then start to make your way back up. Reach that right arm up. And slowly make a big circle around in one direction. And a big circle around in the other direction. And then place that hand down a little bit ahead. Open your left palm and slide your left arm way over to the right and release down. You might want to untuck your toes. You might want to bring your hips back further or not. And start to bring your awareness to the back of your left shoulder. Let it release and soften. Then if you'd like, slide that right hand down towards the left arm and add a little bit of pressure, pushing down, rinsing and twisting. Releasing and letting go where you can. Sometimes if you just bring that awareness, it can soften in. Start to push yourself back up onto that right arm. Take the left arm, reach it up. Make a big circle. And reverse, big circle. And then place both hands a little bit ahead of the shoulders. Tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Pedal it out slowly, one knee and then the other. And then just hold it, press into your palms, spin your triceps in towards your ears, activate them, squeeze them in towards your ears. Now lift up high on your tiptoes, pivot your heels to the left so that your left toe, big toe is touching your right heel, like an Egyptian dog, and then push into the arms and draw your hips back. And come back to center, feet hip distance apart. Pivot the heels to the right. Right big toe is touching that left heel. And then push into the arms. Feel that stretch in the left side body, Egyptian dog. Push into both arms equally. And then come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, high plank. Draw the shoulder blades back. Place your knees down. Untuck your toes. Draw your belly in. Now draw your heart forward and slowly come all the way down. Inhale, cobra. Lift your heart. Draw your low belly in. Coil that spine up. Lift your hands off the ground. Maybe lift your legs. Reach the big toes. Breathing 3, 2, and place the hands back down. Push up, back onto your knees. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. This time, bring your big toes to touch each other. Reach the right leg up. Bend the knee. Open the hip. And then a big step to your wide lunge to the outside of your right hand. Take that right arm up, take a twist. Keep the left leg lifted. Open up, lean back. And then place the knee down. Bring your hands down. Let your inner arch lift. Let your knee come out open to the right if that feels okay in your hips. And now you can stay here, right? In your regular lizard, coming on your forearms or just staying on your arms. Or reach your arms on a diagonal over to the left as you bring your hips over to the right. Any amount, just whatever feels right for you. Release through the glutes. If it feels really strong, just kind of move a little bit in it. Let's come back with our hands stacked. Curl up the back toes, lift the back leg, step back to plank. Shift forward, knees or toes, make your way all the way down to the mat. Inhale, cobra. Draw the belly in, lift the hands. Start forward, lengthen. Place the hands down. Push back up, knees or toes, back through your plank and your downward facing. Couple of breaths here. Left leg lifts, open the hip. Step your foot to a wide lunge. Keep that back leg off the ground, knee off the ground. Take a twist open to the left. And then place your hand down, lower the back knee, untuck the toes. If you'd like, lift the arch of the left foot, let the left knee wing out to the side. And again, your choice to just come into regular lizard or reach your arms on a diagonal over to the right as you lean your hips over to the left. Releasing, allowing. And then bring the hands back to your mat. Curl up your toes, lift the back knee, step back to plank. Shift forward, come all the way down, knees or toes. And this time, come up into Sphinx pose. So bring your forearms parallel with the long edges of your mat. Let your glutes release, let the spine coil. Pivot your left forearm. Bend your right knee, reach back and grab your ankle of your right foot with your right hand. Now keep the length up in your Sphinx. Good. Draw the right knee away from the hip. Release through the bum. And then come back to your Sphinx, switch legs. So angle that right forearm on a diagonal. Left knee bends, lift and lengthen. So allow your heart to kind of draw forward and your spine to coil up as you draw your left knee towards the bottom of your mat. Release and then release that. Set up your elbows right underneath your shoulders for a little forearm plank. Tuck your toes, lift up onto your knees, and you can stay there or lift your knees off the ground. Straight spine. Draw the tailbone towards the heels. Push into your whole forearm, not so much all into the elbows. And breathe. Peace. Now start to lift your hips up, coming into dolphin. Walk your feet forward a step. And then push into your forearms. Let your head dangle. Let your hips lift up and back. Draw your heels to the earth. Lift up high on your tiptoes. Place your knees down. Child pose. Bring your arms down by your sides. Rest your forehead on the mat. Arms down by your feet. Take your left arm and reach it on a diagonal over to the top right corner of your mat. Lean your hips to the left. Breathe into your left side. And return the left arm. Take it over to the other side. So right arm reaches way over in a diagonal. Bring your hips over to the right. Breathe into that right side. And then come back to center. Reach both arms out long. Parallel your index fingers to each other. Press down into your palms. Come up onto your knees. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Lift those hips up and back. Send the sit bones back. Press into your hands. Lift up high on the toes. Bend the knees. And then walk your hands back to your feet. All the way back to your feet. Inhale, flat back. Look to the top of your mat. Exhale, fold. Now press down into your feet. Come all the way up to standing. Inhale, reach up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart and bend your knees a little bit. We're going to walk a standing figure four to the top of our mat, right? So look forward, bend your knees a little bit. Bring your right ankle on top of your left knee and come into your figure four. Heart draws forward. Where can you release? Where can you extend, like through your spine? Draw the heart forward. And now it's about the journey just as much as the shapes here that we're coming into. So slowly stand. Take your right knee in front of you and a mindful step forward. And go slowly to the other side. So now you're bending that right knee, flexing the left foot, drawing your heart forward. Draw the hips back. And again, mindfully come back up. Take a step. Let's inhale those arms, reach them up. One more standing figure four on each leg. Think the hips. Maybe you go down right away a little bit lower, maybe not. Come back up, release those arms. A final step, bending at the top of our mat, figure four. Drawing your heart forward, drawing your sit bones back. And then come up to standing. Inhale, reach those arms up. Good. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, soften the knees, and start to slowly tip back to warrior three. So the left knee is a little bent, the right leg is reaching back, and we're holding it here. Draw in with your low belly. Engage that right leg. Feel the length through that right thigh. Right? And now maybe engage your belly more. Interlace your fingers, all but your index fingers. Make like a little pointer. Reach your arms out in front if you can. Hold it here. can, step back to your crescent pose. Good. Inhale, lift up those arms, lift up and back, take a back bend. And on your exhale, bring your hands to your heart, hinge forward from your hips, and we'll take a twist here. So your right elbow to the outside of your left knee. Fire up through that right leg. Press the right thigh towards the sky. And if you feel too tippy or unbalanced, separate your feet a little wider apart on the mat. Nice, and then inhale, come all the way back up to standing, reach up. Exhale, warrior two. So pivot and open. Find your feet, find your spacing, right? Sink down maybe a little deeper. Spin your palms to the sky. Inhale, lengthen that front leg, reach up, look up. Exhale, spin your palms down, bend the knee, the left knee. Inhale, lift up, look up. Exhale, sink down, draw the left knee towards the left pinky toe. One more time, inhale. Exhale, sink down low and hold it. Spin that left palm, reverse your warrior, but keep the same legs. And side angle, forearm to the thigh, right arm reaches over and hold it here. Tuck that left buttock under, spin your heart towards the long edge of your mat. As you push down in the outer edge of your right foot, reach through the fingertips of the right hand. Breathing, tucking under, spinning towards the long edge of your mat. Good, then use that right arm to lead you, like reach it on a diagonal and start to pivot to the long edge of your mat. Spin your toes out and heels in, walk your hands over to the right foot. Nice deep stretch here, that left inner thigh. Walk it over to the left foot. Bend that left knee, straighten out to the right leg. And then come to the center, hands underneath your shoulders. Pivot the toes forward and slightly in, slightly pigeon-toed. Inhale, flat back, look forward. And then exhale, fold down, walk your hands forward. It's like a wide-legged downward facing dog. So push into the feet, feel that length through the legs. Spin the inner thighs back. You can be on fingertips or hands down, whatever. Drop your head. And then bend the knees. Pivot all 10 toes back to the top of your mat. Pivot around. Step back to plank. And downward facing dog. 4 breaths here. Lengthen, releasing. And then lift up high on the tiptoes, bend the knees again. Walk your hands back to the back of your mat towards your feet. Inhale, flat back, look to the top of your mat. Exhale, keep the knees soft forward. Push down into those feet, come all the way up to standing. Good, inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Not a standing figure four, but a sort of a walking tree pose. So take your right knee up, open it out to the side, and then attach your foot either above the knee or below the knee. Look forward. Tuck that left hip in. Relax the right hip down. And then release the foot. Mindfully take a step forward. Take the other leg up. Look forward and find your tree. So keep that mindfulness the whole time. As you press down with the right leg, with the right foot, and engage the right leg, lengthen through the crown of your head. And then another step forward, release that left foot, tree pose, set it up. So looking at eye level, something at eye level or above. This time, if you'd like, release the arms. Reach up to the sky. Push down into the earth as you reach up to the sky. And release the foot. Keep those arms lifted if you can, and attach the foot. Maybe you have to use the hand to attach the foot above the knee. Keep lifted, and now push down and lift. And release the foot. Nice. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. And now start to take your left leg back. So keep it long and straight, just like we did with the strap. Long and straight, long and straight. Like we're pushing into the strap with that left leg. Keep the right knee a little bent. Hug your belly in. And if you'd like, interlace all fingers except your index fingers and reach those arms forward. Spin the left hip down and draw the right hip back. And now gently step back, crescent pose. Back heel is off the ground. Make sure you have enough space east to west of your legs. Inhale, take a back bend. And then exhale, hinge from your hips, twist elbow, left elbow to the outside of your right knee. Rinsing, allowing the twist, allowing the spine to move. Keep strong through that back leg. And then reach those arms back up to crescent, pivot and open to warrior two. So take a moment to allow your feet to find their good spot. The left toes are pointed in slightly. The right knee drawing towards your right pinky toe. Spin your palms open, lengthen the front leg. Inhale, reach the sky, look up. Exhale, sink down. Bend the knee. Inhale, reach up. Exhale. One more, inhale. Exhale. Hold it. Spin your right palm, reverse your warrior, left arm down to left thigh. And then side angle, and we hold it here for 4 breaths. So reach overhead any amount. Tuck that right buttock under. You can also take your hand on your hip if it feels too much on your shoulder, right? Otherwise, root down with the outer edge of the left foot and reach through the fingertips of the left arm. Tuck that right buttock under, spin your torso towards the long edge of your mat. One more breath. And now use that left arm to lead you to the long edge of your mat. Externally rotate your toes, walk your hands over to the left, pause, left hand to the inside of the left foot. Take your right arm up, take a twist. And then walk over to the other side. Take the left arm up, take a twist. And then come back to center. Have all 10 toes pointing forward. Inhale, flat back. And on your exhale, fold and bow here. Option to take your hands behind your back and interlace your fingers behind your back in this forward fold. And then lift your arms up with the intention of drawing the arms like over your head, but towards the sky. Spin those inner thighs back, drop your head. And then release the hands, pivot all 10 toes again towards the top of your mat. Step back to plank. And this time come down onto your knees and lower all the way down. Reach your arms back alongside your body. From your shoulders, spin your palms to the floor, but open up through the shoulders. Lift your heart just a little bit, and then lengthen your torso, reach through the big toes, maybe lift the legs, draw your low belly in. Think about lengthening and lifting. Reach the arms back, opening up through the chest. 3, 2, and release. Turn your head to one side, surrender. We'll do one more back bend, Dhanurasana, if you'd like to, upward facing bow, or you can repeat what we just did, right? So if you'd like to try it, bend the knees. If you can, you grab the ankles, even if you have to separate your feet wider to do it, but then bring your knees back in towards each other. Look down, let the legs not work yet, and then lift your heart again. First, lift through the heart, and then once you're lifted, press the feet into the hands. Maybe lift the kneecaps, it's up to you. 3, breathing, maybe you're rocking on your pelvis. 2, and release. Turn your head in the other direction. Feel that energy that we just sparked in the spine. And begin to bring your hands on either side of your body. Push yourself up into all fours. And start to just move around like in a big circle, and with your pelvis and your hips and any amount. And reverse. You can bend and extend through the arms. Just get kind of free here with that. And let's open the knees as wide as your mat. Big toes touch. Bring your hips back to your heels. Extend your arms out really long, so long that your elbows are not on the floor. And draw your sit bones back with your forehead rests. Breathe into your side ribs, your back ribs. Make your way up to your all fours and come to your seat. Grab your blanket and open it out so that it's at least as long as your spine is, from the crown of your head to your tailbone. So open it up, and we'll make a big roll with it, right? So you might want to roll it from the uneven edges up to the fold, just to get a good roll and get it good and tight. So try to get the wrinkles out. And we'll set up the roll lengthwise on our mat. Have the non-fringe end, if you have a fringe end, towards the tailbone, and the non-fringe end towards your head. And then lift up and sit towards that fringe end, like on the fringe a little bit, and slowly roll all the way down onto your roll. Keep your knees bent. Separate your feet a little bit so you have a lot of stability here. Let your arms come into goalpost arms, and let your back of your shoulders drip down over the sides of the roll. Allow your spine to just release into this. You can gently move side to side to give your spine a little bit of a massage if you like. Let go, let go. Breathe into the heart space. Let the shoulders relax down by the sides of the blanket roll. Feel and breathe. And then completely roll off your blanket roll. Don't worry, we're gonna do some other fun stuff. Turn your blanket roll however you can so that it's like a T, where it's going to be underneath the back of your shoulder blades. Take your time. Supported fish pose. So set up the blanket roll so that it's right at the base of like your bra strap, right at the base of your shoulder blades. Let your arms open wide to a T now, and then rest back, surrender to it. Option with whatever you want to do now with the legs. You can keep the knees bent. You can come into Supta Baddha Konasana, and that's really opening. You can extend the legs, whatever feels good. Breathe into your heart space. So feel how with that blanket roll beneath you, maybe you can expand even more with your breath into your front body. And if your knees are bent, if they're not bent, bend your knees, place your feet on the floor, and just gently rock a little bit side to side, just a little bit, giving that upper back a little bit of a massage. And then take your roll, lift your hips, take your roll, and lower it down into the small of your back, right into the low back. So before your hips, let your arms open. Separate your feet now as wide as your mat. Slowly let your knees drop to the right. And then drop to the left. Feel that back get a little bit of a massage. Right, and then come back to center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let the knees open wide. And now let your breath fill up into your pelvic floor and your low belly. Three more breaths. Start to bend your knees. Now lift your hips, slide the blanket roll into its final spot right underneath your hips like a supported bridge. Just let your low back melt into the roll. Now if you feel like this is just where you want to stay, stay. Or extend the left leg out long. Draw the right knee in. Draw the left thigh towards the floor. It's not going to touch now, but maybe you'll feel a little bit more stretch in that left inner hip. Draw the left inner thigh down. Flex through the left foot. Squeezing the right knee in. And mindfully extend the right leg now. Take the left knee in. Take this to the other side. So spin that right inner thigh down, flex the right. Now extend both legs out long. If this is too much on your back or punching or whatever, you can lose the roll. But otherwise, reach your arms up overhead. Let the back arch, let the front body be open. Flex through the feet and push the heels away as you reach back through the fingertips. And then start to bend the knees. Lift your hips. Push the blanket down as far down towards the heels as you can. Hopefully that'll be about right. And then lengthen your legs so that the blanket rolls underneath your knees. If you need to kind of kick it down further, you can. It would be. So Shavasana with the blanket roll under your knees. Separate your feet maybe a little wider, your legs a little bit wider. Bring your arms into whatever shape feels good. And Shavasana. Bring your awareness to the muscles in your face, your jaw, allowing them to soften. Next, bring your awareness to your neck and your shoulders, releasing any remaining tension. And then allowing your heart space, your chest, your belly to receive the breath. Bring your awareness to your hips, your pelvic floor, glutes. Release. And bring your awareness down into your legs, letting bringing your awareness to the rhythm of your natural breath. Begin to deepen your breath. Maybe start to wiggle your fingers and your toes, your wrists, your ankles. And then begin to move in any way that feels good. Maybe you even bend your knee, sway your knees side to side, or you just turn your head to one side and then the other. Slowly start to reawaken. And hug your knees into your chest. Bring yourself onto your side. And start to gently push yourself up to your seat. And just notice how you feel. Close your eyes for a moment. Notice how it feels to sit. Calmness in the body, calmness in the mind. And open your eyes, let's reach the arms up. And bring your hands to your heart. And sending love and kindness to everyone.
Yay! And we are done.
Wonderful.